Hello guys, how are you? So finally I could make this video. I didn't have so much time this week, but I did my best, and I tried to do this like a presentation talking about two trades I took in the competition. I took a lot of trades, but yeah, I thought I can show you these two trades, and maybe in the future I will bring some more trades like an examples, just not only from the competition, but from other scenarios, other uh, contexts. Okay, so yeah, the leap competition. This was an international competition. There were more than 30,000 participants. The competition was around 1 month, and you can trade 13 assets. To be honest, I was very aggressive, okay, and I tried to trade sorry, all the 13 assets wherever I could. So yeah, so this scenario, this competition requires a different trading approach from my usual way of trading. Normally, I'm not so aggressive. My trading style was very aggressive this time, although my entries were based on logical analysis, based on ICT concepts. In the beginning, it's easy to feel overwhelmed when you see traders making huge profits, but you need to stay calm and avoid FOMO. Those traders act like kamikazes, and eventually they disappear from the rankings. So I'm sure you see this happen. When you went to this leaderboard, you were thinking, how the fuck, how crazy this guy is, like going so much profit in 2 or 3 days. But that's a very how you can say it, crazy way of trading, or just mental, or unmature, or I don't know, very like kamikaze. Yeah, that's the word that defines better this kind of trading. At least you have to have some logical analysis or logical reason to enter. So that's very important. I think these people in the beginning who makes huge profit, they're just gambling, okay, without a objective, without a aim. So to be honest, I didn't expect to finish in first place, but I guess hard work pays off in the long run. Okay, after a long time learning ICT and failures, but also rewards, I think, yeah, karma do his job. Okay, this is not an easy competition, but once again, ICT concepts prove they can be valuable. So if you are studying ICT, this proof the concepts work, but it's not only the concepts, it's also the mentality of the trader. The mentality and some traits like the patience, to be patient, no? Very patient to wait for the price to give you the hand, as they say, no? And when that happens, when that occurs, you may there enter, but not just you wake up, you go to the computer, and you think, oh, it will go up, whatever, and you enter, and well, maybe you win, maybe you have like a profitable trade, but it was gambling. It wasn't. There was not logical analysis behind. So my goal now is to keep growing this community and help other traders as much as I can, so they can apply some of these concepts and improve their trading. Okay. So yeah, I put here the leaderboard. It was the final results. I was a bit the last days. I was a bit greedy. I was around 800,000. Okay, but I was greedy and I had like a losses, and I went back. I went down until here, until this quantity. But still, I decided to stop, trying to stop and just leave it there before I went more down. So yeah. So congratulations. I want to say congratulations to these traders also. Okay, I don't know the names, but well, from here, if you see the video, my congratulations. It's not easy. There was so many people, and it's a very stress yeah, stress environment. No, you have so many people trading and very aggressive also. So my congratulations to this step, to these 10 traders. Okay. Here are some facts from the TradingView page. My net profit, how much percentage I realized. My best trade was 90k plus. Unprofitable trades and the most trading instruments I use in the contest. You can watch this in the web page, in the TradingView web page. Sorry, my English. All right. Also, you can find this chart, this information table, in the TradingView website. As you can see, I'm not the kind of trader who worries too much about the exact percentage. Okay, I'm a very simple person, as you, I guess. And I'm not like a mathematician. I'm not like a physical professor or teacher or chemistry or whatever. I'm not a genius. And I tried to keep everything very simple. That's what I like about the ICT. You can create very simple setups. You don't need like a crazy how you call this lipstick, RSI, or all this how you call this, well, I don't know the word now, but I think you understand me. You don't need so much of that in your chart. Sometimes just a few important areas, areas, zones, levels, and also using favorable gaps and whatever, but few things, not so much. So I'm not the kind of trader who worries too much about exact percentage. For me, the important thing is to stick to my max lows limits, as you can see here. When a trade is going well, when a trade is going well, add to the position and take some profits. Okay, if I think the trade still has potential, I will close about 60 or 80% and let the rest run. So I try always not losing more than around 7-8% of the 250k of the competition, the 250,000 USD. So 7-8% is around this quantity, and that was my limit. As you can see, my largest losing trade was this quantity. Okay, not more than that, than this. And yeah, so if you want to watch this chart to have an idea, you can visit the website of TradingView. Okay. Yeah, what else I can say from here? Yeah, let's continue. Of course, you need to have a clear objective when entering a trade, a reason for why you're getting in. This is very obvious. And obviously, sometimes you'll be wrong and sometimes you'll be right. So no one is perfect and no one knows the future. Okay, this is okay. So I took this example of this trade. It was like a short position in spot crude oil. Yeah, you can see here my balance after on the realized profit. So how happened this trade? So I put the maximum amount for this asset, which was 7,000. Okay, and here we can see this is like a weekly. This is a weekly time frame. All right, so every candle is a week. You can see every candle is a week. So what happened here? April starts here, the competition, I think. Okay, this is April starting, and very lucky for us in this competition, we are here. We have here a zone, normally retail, called support. 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 And basically, it's an area. It's an area where there's a lot of liquidity waiting for being taken. Also, for me, this would be like a relative equal lows. As you can see, we have a low here, a low here, and a low here, right? And this makes like a kind of a support, and there are relative equal lows, okay, making like a support. So maybe someone will think, okay, price go here, and price will support again the price, and price will go up again. But from my eyes, studying ICT, for me this is money waiting for being taken. Is a magnet for the price. Price will sooner or later go this area and take all the liquidity residing here and take all the profit, because if a trader enters here and has a stop loss, price will take this stop loss. It's like a stop hand, I think it's called. So basically, if you see this kind of structure, you can wait. You can make an idea. Price will visit these areas and do this. Okay, take the liquidity from these areas. So you can wait for like a price going through this area. So as you can see here, I draw my how I see this structure. So you can see here you have a high, a low, higher high, and a market structure shift, which occurs here. Okay, high, low, higher high, price breaks structure, right, and leaving these candles, which I consider like a breaker, like a bearish breaker. Okay, so what will happen when price breaks and makes the market structure shift? Price will revisit this area, and this breaker will take the price, or how you say, will reject the price down. This is like a very, he explains this with a lot of examples I see in the videos, and this is a very high probability setup. Okay, so what I did, I saw this formation I saw price breaking the structure. Okay, price came up, coming back to this area, and I was waiting for the confirmation in a lower time frames to see price making a confirmation to going down again, and really take off this area, which happens later here. I think I explained myself quite good or no, sorry, but I try my best. So from weekly time frame we go to daily time frame. Okay. As you can see here, yeah, this area, this circle is just right here. Okay, we're inside the breaker. This area is inside the breaker, sorry. Okay, April starts right here in this middle candle. This down candle, this black candle in the middle, this is April starting. Okay, so very interesting things happen here. Okay, alright, so as you can see, we have a daily fair value gap. Okay, which I draw in my chart, because I think it's a very important level zone to have in mind when analyzing the structure. Vale, a daily fair value gap is very important, and also it's very important because it's not completely rebalanced. It's just okay, price make this fair value gap, price visit very tinily, very shortly enter the fair value gap to took the liquidity, sorry. As you can see, it approached the consequent encroachment, almost touched it, okay, to later going downward, okay. But still we have this area without rebalance. You see, this of all this fair value gap from here to here, there's still price to be rebalanced. Okay, so that's the importance of this fair value gap. Also, if we make like a Fibonacci from here to here, we are in premium zone. Okay, so if price is going down, normally we'll do a retracement to the premium area. And what we have in this premium area, we have like a fair value gap, a daily fair value gap, very important, without completely being rebalanced. So very important level. Okay, also I was waiting for this to price retrace up to later be rejected, and this is what happened, no, later it being rejected. Okay. So what I put here, after a big price movement, in this case bullish, price tends to do retracement. I was waiting for that, yeah. So as you can see, April had just started, and I was observing price making its typical fake move at the beginning of the month, the power of 3. So what I mean with power of 3, be in mind, from here to here is all April. This is all the month April. Okay, what happened in this candle? Price starts. Okay, this is the beginning of the month. Price starts, and then whatever happens will happen, no? But just for clarification, a moment. Yeah, imagine this is the candle, the body of the candle. Okay, sorry. Okay, so price starts here, makes the fake movement. This is the fake movement. This is going up, taking the liquidity of the two previous. I explained this, and it happened. It grabbed liquidity above the previous 2 days highs. So the previous 2 days highs are this candle and this candle. Okay, so price starts April taking the liquidity of this of this and this candle, the highs, price took the liquidity, okay, for then do the real movement. That's what I mean with a fake move. This was a fake move, going up to take this liquidity, to later making the real movement. You know what I mean? Okay. And so the monthly candle will be like this. Okay. Sorry my drawing, I'm not like a painter, but I think you get an idea of how power of 3 works, okay? Price starts a month, make this fake movement, took the liquidity of these two highs. Price has no interest to continue going up. What does? It falls, because the real interest was taking all this support liquidity, area, real relative equal lows. Okay, this here we have an area of liquidity and waiting for being taken. And price do that, no? Just goes down, take the liquidity, goes up again, and close the month here. So from here to here, the body, the opening price of the month, closest price of the month, and this the wicks makes the damage, as you can maybe hear about this thing. ICT talks about that. The bodies tells the narrative, I think, but the wicks makes the damage. So the wicks are making the damage here. Okay, so you must wait at the beginning of the month to see how price reacts. Okay, it's like a narrative, so you have to wait, and once price gives you a real clear setup or real clear narrative, you may enter. Okay, so for a fun fact, this is called, once I heard ICT calling this you see these 3 candles going up, so higher high. Okay, ICT called this once in one video. He said this is the 3 Indians chart pattern. So yeah, just for a fun fact, if you want to have that in your mind. I think ICT mentioned this pattern in some video, but not sure if he really trusts it or he really used it. But sometimes, as you can see, happens. Okay, so interesting pattern to have in mind when watching the charts. Okay, so we go now to 1 hour chart. Okay, we are still here in the fair value gap, which is here. So when I entered the trade, I only set the stop loss order. I entered the trade in this area. Okay, I was lowering the time frame to doing like a more precise entering. So, but basically my trade was here. I entered more or less this area, and I put the stop loss in the maximum, in the higher high. Okay, I didn't set a take profit order because I wanted to see how price would react to the liquidity levels. This minimum, you know, all this is liquidity. All this kind of like a, I don't know in English now the word, but you can imagine what I say, no? I mean all this line of support. Okay, price will at some point take off that liquidity. This liquidity residing here. So price moved very aggressively to the downside in a matter of hours, as you can see. So I closed a trade after the liquidity void. So as you can see here, the price creates this liquidity void, which is not volume at all. Vale? Okay. So I closed my trade in that moment, just in case. I don't know. For me it was like enough profit, and I decide price already did his job, took this this liquidity, this support, kind of support, I mean liquidity area. So the job was done. and I close my trade here. Okay, so this was like a risk reward ratio around 12. So for the people who are starting, for example, a risk reward ratio or a risk reward of 12 means that for every, for example, $1 you risk, you could make 12. Okay, so I risk $1 and I make $12, like an example. No? Also, I didn't put the take profit order because yeah, basically I wanted to see how price react to the liquidity levels, but also with the oil, sometimes make these huge crazy movements, and in a big picture, from the big picture, for me, prices still had trajectory to the downside, so I just leave it open. But once I saw this volume imbalance, for me was a moment to close the trade. Okay, let's continue. And this is the second example I want to show you guys. This was like a long position for Solana crypto. It was a huge profit, and I think was my in English, how you say, my sorry guys, my biggest profit. Okay, so it was a nice setup. This was a nice setup. So for Solana, the maximum amount for an open position was 2,450 or 2,450, right? So, all right, as you can see here, this is a 15-minute time frame. So the 15-minute time frame usually gives me more solid confirmation when it comes to understanding market structure. After price made a massive downside displacement, I waited for market structure shift confirmation. That is the meaning of MSS, market structure shift. Sorry guys, my English must be, I need to learn more Duolingo. Right, so during that move, price formed a 15-minute fair value gap. So this is the 15-minute fair value gap. You have a low, high, lower low, and a break, market structure shift. Okay, as you can see here. So, right, what happened? So price came back to this fair value gap before continuing upward with the retracement. So after this big movement of price, after this big displacement, price after that price will do a retracement. Okay, because all this is you see all these fair value gaps. It's like the painter in the wall, no? As an example. Sometimes you have to paint again the same area to complete the field with the wall or that area with the paint. So it's like price goes back doing a retracement to rebalance all this liquidity of areas that stays unrefilled. Okay, some people are making huge money here in this displacement. Okay, so price will take off the hands the money of these traders, going up again and take off the stop loss. Alright, so price visit this fair value gap and continue upward. Okay, there's a huge liquidity area here to be rebalance. Okay, so since I didn't have the chance to enter on that first visit here, I wait. So a few hours later, price showed me an opportunity by making a stop hand. This is the stop hand. Okay, this is a huge movement, huge displacement to the downside in this case, taking all the stops of traders, which, okay, from here, all this blah, price goes down, and this price revisit again the 15-minute fair value gap, rebalancing the entire zone. So as you can see, almost price rebalance completely the fair value gap. Okay, so that was my moment where I saw this opportunity, and I put all the maximum amount for this position for the Solana, and I bought, sorry, and that was my entry point. Yeah, so I enter here, and as you can see here, we have a fair value gap, and I close in this area, in this fair value gap. Also, it's like a premium zone already, so it's a nice area to think in selling. That's what I did. I just take profit. For me, was enough. Was a huge amount of profit, and I closed this area. This was like a 7.7 ratio, risk reward ratio. Okay. So I don't know, guys. Sorry, my English. Really, I try my best. And this was the two examples, two of the examples of a lot of trades I took during this 1 month. And yeah, I will try to make more content. Okay, and you can visit me, or you can follow me in my Discord. You can join the community in Discord. I have a Discord community, which you can find the link in my X or Twitter account, and also you can follow me in my YouTube channel. So I will try to do in English and in Spanish content, but I think most of the persons are English speakers. So I will try to give more importance to the English, but I won't stop doing Spanish content. So me podéis seguir también si habláis español, podéis seguirme, ¿vale? So guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video, you learned something, and yeah, keep in touch and keep safe. Thank you, guys.